boy NeezyPrince, and I'm back again for another video. As you can see, today I'm with your boy
Damien.
And we are back for another video. Actually, this is going to be like the first video. We're going to be doing this most of the time. This is just a conversation video. We're going to be sharing with you our experiences in the Ghanaian boarding school. Back when we were at school, now we're done. But we had some moments then. I feel like it would be interesting to like share it with your guys. Maybe you guys have passed through the same thing, or you just want a heads up in case you'll be going to SHS in Ghana. And we were also trying to like show you more of like a comparison, not necessarily a comparison, like just giving you how will I say it, more context on what Ghana school is like compared to Zambian school, because those that know us for real know that we attended school in Zambia and in Ghana. Without hesitation, this is going to be like an open conversation thing. I'm going to be pitching in a lot of things, so stay tuned. Be sure to join the family if you haven't joined the family. If you already joined the family, you already know what it is. Do you have anything to say? Yeah. So, like in every normal school, for every normal student, we have those teachers that like we look up to, and those teachers that like they made our stay a little bit rough, you know. I for one, okay, me and my brother were in the same school. We've been in the same school for long,
since we started.
Yeah, since we started like
school,
yeah,
till we completed same schools.
Yeah, so basically I can say, as okay, when I was like way younger, back in upper primary, there was only one teacher that like I would say me and that teacher didn't click. And me, I was known to be a very good boy, you see. So me and that one teacher didn't click, because every time at that time, I even remember I made a video about this and I had to take it down because I was shocked that a lot of people were paying attention to mostly like what I was addressing about the teacher, and they too had the same problem in the teacher. So that one, but with time I've grown to know that those things are not healthy, you know. We don't know what she was passing through, so I couldn't talk like less of
upper primary.
That time we were in SHS.
That's JHS in Zambia. Even in Zambia, in fact, it's SHS. Yes. In Ghana, it is JHS.
Upper primary. So
upper primary ends at grade 7. Upper primary is grade 5 to grade 7.
So actually, point of correction. The only place that I can say that I had a problem with like a teacher, or yeah, I can say I had a problem with a teacher, was back when I was in JHS in Zambia, and that was just one teacher. And a lot of people knew me that I was a very, very good boy. Let's put it as I was a good boy. But, you know, me, naturally, I don't tolerate nonsense. Most of those people that knew me back in school know that I'm a no nonsense person, you see. And yeah, me having that no nonsense thing, I was having this problem with this teacher just for some small things, like some very few reasons. But anyway, I remember making a video talking about this. That was a bit later on. By that time, I think I was in SHS. I should have been in SHS or so. Yeah, after some time, just after some time of leaving that school, I made a video talking about this teacher, and then I realized that, shockingly, that video was actually getting a lot of views in a very short period of time. I posted it on YouTube, and it was getting a lot of views, and a lot of people that were and my previous school were coming for this teacher in per se. So I put it upon myself, and with a bit of some warnings from peers, I had to take the video down because it may affect the teacher in one way or another. You see, and as I've grown, I've also realized that there are some things you don't talk about because you do not know what certain teachers are going through. But anyway, and it's not like I said anything bad about the teacher. I was just like pointing out certain things that like we didn't like about the teacher, which was totally normal. But just to be on the safer side, I had to take the video down, and it was also painful, but it was also the right thing and the healthiest thing to do. Anyway, so today we're going to be sharing with you on this video our best moments in Ghanaian and Zambian high school, or in Ghanaian and Zambian school. Let's just say
School in general.
Yeah, school in general. From when we're in primary
to,
or let's just say upper primary. Let's say from when we were in upper, because that's when things were very very interesting. During primary, we don't usually talk of those things. Maybe, okay, if a conversation will just pop up from there, maybe some few things that we'll pick. But otherwise, we are basically going to be sharing with you guys the like our best and our worst moments from JHS and SHS and upper primary school, both in Zambia and in Ghana. So be sure you join the family. If you haven't joined the family, be sure you hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. Follow our socials. I'll be sure to put it down in the description. And yeah, let us know your views and your take on this video. And if any of these things have happened to you, or if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, depending on where you are watching this video. So without further ado,
video intro. 9 minutes.
Let's go. And yes, I'll edit it.
Okay.
So
So
let's go. What do you think was like the worst moments you can recall from your school, like the worst experience you can recall in a Ghanaian school?
the worst experience is when they're waking you up in the morning. And this usually happens when you're in Form 3. That's when it's bad, because in Form 3 you expect to sleep in to like after the morning devotion, since you're like
okay
now.
So for most of you that do not know, because I believe some of you are watching from, okay, it depends on the country that you're watching from, but if you're in the western side, Form 3 is basically grade 12, so it's more like grade 12. That's
okay, it's grade 12, like your final.
Yeah.
So we usually sleep into after the morning devotion. That's for the juniors. Like, people are not yet in Form 3 with us, they are the ones who go and do the devotion. After they're done, then we start our day. But the most painful part is when they're forcing you as a Form 3 student to go for devotion, because some of the teachers, in fact, no, I'll say most of the teachers in Ghanaian secondary schools, if I say there was this, would they remove it from it?
What?
Whipping.
No.
They'll flag you out of your bed at 4:30 in the morning to go and pray.
Okay, so just to clear the air, we're enrolled into a boys' school, and this boys' school happens to be one of the best, if not the best, school in West Africa.
The best business school in West Africa.
The best business school in West Africa, and that is where we're enrolled. After we wrote our exams, we got the opportunity to get enrolled in that school because we got good marks. Anyway, so for those of you that do not know, let us just put it in the simplest term. Okay, if you are in, because I doubt they used to do this in Zambia, because if you are in SHS in Ghana, what they are going to do is that every time early in the morning before you go to school, you have praise and worship. That is the one that we call morning devotion, praise and worship. Then they read scripture before you go and you head to school. That is after taking your bath and brushing your teeth and doing those 1 2 1 2, ironing and everything. That is before or after? After, yeah. After doing those things. So basically what used to happen was that early morning somebody will ring a siren. Actually, as we had a automatic siren that used to just come on, and then like it will play the song that simply tells you that it's time for this and it's time for this. So usually the first siren is to let you know that it is time for our morning devotion, and it's a must, it is compulsory that you as a student have to attend the morning devotion. If you do not attend the morning devotion, you get punished. That is if they catch you. So as most of the time, even though it was very, very stressful, we had to attend the morning devotion. That consists of prayer, worship, praise before you go to school. So that is how it is in Ghana SHS. So in case you are going to an SHS in Ghana, that's what you have to take note of. Okay, so let's go. Continue.
So we are flagged out of our beds by our hall master, or sometimes the senior hall master will come from his bungalow, which is like far from our hall. So while you're enjoying your sleep in the morning, you hear the bell, and you maybe just turn your position, you sleep. Then you see the light turn on. When you see the light turn on and you hear, "Get up, all of you." The teacher is standing at the door. And the dormitories are very, 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 very big. One dormitory can have about 60 beds inside. So imagine 60 people trying to escape this teacher who is standing at the door. So I remember one time it was morning devotion time, and I was like, oh, I'm not going for this. I mean, every time I sleep, why should I go? And then I saw the light turn on.
Stubborn boy.
So I was thinking, one of our useless dorm mates has turned on the light because he cares too much about school that by this time he's going and preparing himself for school. Then I heard the sound of a stick. Useless boy. That was our hall master speaking. And he stood at the door after that. So I quickly took my pajamas off and I just dressed in my towel and I was about to go and take my bath. Then this guy, I didn't know our hall master was calling us to make an announcement. So I thought he's just telling us to get out of the dormitory. And I took my towel and sponge. And this man came to where I was.
Sorry to cut you. Basically, for those of you that do not know, this is how it works. During the devotion, when you close from devotion, what they used to do for us is that when our home master usually used to give us like brief announcements, maybe how the day will go, what's this, like in case you stay back or in case you have a whole assignment. Now a whole assignment is like the work that is assigned to your hall by, let's say, the headmaster of the school. You understand? So the headmaster of the school assigns different works for different halls, and it is the job of the hall master to like inform you guys about like that work and those things. So
our hall master came and he wanted to give us an announcement. We were supposed to clean our surroundings because the speech and prize giving day or something was happening. So the headmaster of domestics gave our hall master instructions that we should clean our surroundings because our speech and prize giving day was approaching. And I didn't know he's about to give us any assignment. So when I saw him at the door with his stick, I just took my towel and my sponge. And this guy was approaching me. I thought he's coming to flag someone who is sleeping near me to get up. This guy was approaching. I was like, what is this man doing? Then he flagged me. I was like, did I tell you to go and bath? Did I tell you to go and bath? And I was confused. And everyone was at the door. And instead of them getting out, they were just looking at me. And this man was hitting me with his stick because he feels like I'm being disrespectful and I don't want to listen to what he has to say. So when he's coming to call us for the announcement, I just feel like, I'll just go to the bathroom and bath. So that was one of my most embarrassing moments in senior high school.
As for me, my most, I can say, okay, it's not necessarily most embarrassing, No, I can say okay, it was a bit embarrassing, but it was like a two-way. So the thing is that it didn't happen in the dorm, and that's how most people knew me back in high school. In SHS, me, I wasn't actually known by a lot of people for dancing, which like, or a lot of people for creating content. We did have um, a group of people that were known for doing content and those things, or anything related to dance and all this. And one thing about our school is that a lot of people were moved by dancing. So that one there. But this is what happened. And this happened like the first time that I got enrolled. That is like SHS 1. So SHS 1 is basically grade 10. When I'm back in SHS 1, we're having this thing called SRC. Now, for those of you that do not know what SRC is, it's basically like a whole day filled with like entertainment where other schools come to your school and then you guys vibe. If you're in a boys' school like we were, you can write later to another school of your choice. That should be a girls' school, and then the whole day is just dedicated to you guys vibing. You have musicians or dancers that like are well known coming to your school to perform and things like that. So that was our first SRC. That was my first SRC that I've ever attended. I remember we had this thing called SRC week. Actually, it wasn't actually the SRC day. So basically, before the SRC day itself, we have the SRC week. And in this week, I remember they were having auditions. So these auditions are like to tell who is going to perform and what they are going to perform. And if you are picked, because you go to the, I think, okay, we had these people that were in charge of those performance preparation things and those things. So what you're going to do is that if you have a talent and you want to showcase it on that day, you go to them, write your name, do the necessary things, and portray what you want to, like, give them a snippet of what you want to do on that day. And if you're lucky, they'll pick you. So me, I was like, okay, a lot of people are dancing. Me, I didn't want to dance that day, but I was just thinking that okay, I would like to do something like on stage. I was like, what do I love to do? I was thinking, and then one of my friends was like, oh, you should try singing, because me, I feel like I wanted to do something that I love, aside dancing, and I was like, okay, I'll try singing. So, the boys were like, okay, you go and audition for singing. We had our music teacher. That is the music teacher for the whole of SHS. Let me just say, the whole school. The one in charge of me, not just a random teacher. Let's say the one in charge of like music per se, the senior teacher of that subject. He was a judge for those that are going to do music on that day. So I remember going to his office, and there's a group of guys, because I remember I was in a boys' school. So there's a group of guys, both from like the choir, the school choir, and the music department. They were all seated down and they were looking. And I entered there and I was nervous. I was a bit nervous. And I remember this teacher was like, okay, so what do you want to do on that day? And okay, I remember I walked in with my friend. We see him. We have finished the necessary like procedure. And then it just remaining us to perform what we want to perform on that day. So we were like, I remember he looked at me and he was like, oh, what's your name? Those basic things. And then he told me that, okay, so what do you want to do? I was like, okay, I want to sing. And I was like, oh, singing, okay. Give us what you have for us. My friend was like, oh, no. He would like to go first. So my friend goes first and he jams. See, they told him, you can continue singing. This guy holds the mic, sings like one or two lines, and just completely freezes. And that teacher is not like, he's a bit strict. You see, he's all about time, and you have to be like, what's the word? You have to be prepared before like you. What happens like this teacher comes, tells the guy, okay, gives the guy another chance. He's like, okay, you just take your time, take in deep breaths, and let's see how this thing will go. Try it again. This guy starts singing. He starts singing. 3 lines in or 4 lines in, this guy jumps again. Then he's like, okay, he will not do it again. And when he walked out, like the way how they told him, like, hey, this thing that you are doing, if you know it, you're not sure, blah 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 blah. It made me more and more nervous. And me, I wasn't expecting myself to like do anything crazy. I was just trying to see if I can sing. Actually, it was me basically. What was in my mind was not even I'm going to perform. What was in my mind was like, can I actually try singing and see what these people will think about it? So I go in there. They set out the mic for me. It's a dark room. And then I remember this light beaming like towards me. And then there are this group. I'm talking about like 20 guys plus our music teacher. Just seated there, looking so serious with their pens and their books, ready to like pass any comment. And they had that power. I'm talking about prefects that deal with music and those things. And the goodness is that most of them, they actually had nice voices, like those people that like we knew, more especially from the school choir. They were actually people. So this teacher is like, okay, give me what you got. What song are you going to sing? And me, you all already know that Chris Brown is like my favorite R&B musician. So I picked a Chris Brown song. Okay, and I'm singing. The first 5 lines, no, I think the first 4 lines of that song, I choke. And this teacher was looking at me like, these guys, why are they like this? Okay, he's nervous. So they were like, okay, what is going to happen is that I'm going to give you the chance to do it again, but try and pick a song that you know like off head. And this one, it was simple for me. I remember going in there, I had the song in mind. Okay, but when I reached, that's fear. So he advised me that I shouldn't look at them. I should rather look like where the light is. So fast forward, I look where the light is, start flowing. He's amazed. You're like, oh, okay. He likes the type of song I'm singing. He likes the way I sing. So plenty people didn't know that I know how to sing. So from that day, he gave me the go ahead. He was like, okay, what does the rest of the team think about it? Everybody was like, oh, this guy is a good singer. He's a very, very great singer. So they put me on the stage. Then he told me that, okay, I'm going to put your name here. You're going to perform, but you have to pick a song that like, you know. And that song, at that time, I think the song that I could pick that like a lot of people could also sing as well was Under the Influence. So I remember being excited. I walk out and I'm like, I've got the part, and people are congratulating me. Oh, you have done well, you have done well, you have done well. People are greeting me, hey, Chris Brown, just like that. You know, like how they do it, like at SHS schools, so or in schools in general. So like they were just giving me the hype. On the day, no, the day prior to that day, we had like we had a certain event. So this event is basically what you are going to go and perform in front of now the school itself. You see the previous one I was saying like it's auditions. This one you are going to perform a song in front of like the school itself before now the main event. You are going to perform it like in a different light with some different settings and everything. So I remember walking on stage that day. First thing, they just called me. I think, yeah, I didn't expect it to be that close, but I remember that time I said I was in SHS 1, and an SHS 3 prefect called me and called a couple of people that were in my class at the time that we should go to the, what do they call that place where we're having the SRC?
The assembly hall.
We should go to the assembly hall. We are being called there. So I walk in there and then I see this, like, let me just say, almost the whole school is there, boys. And you know how boys are. If you fool, like, they'll laugh at you, and then, you know, that's just how it is. So I remember I was sitting there. Then they told us that we should sit in front. They reserved some nice chairs for us. We sat in the front there. First thing, my shoe gets spoiled. That's the first thing, and I'm going to go on stage. So my shoe gets spoiled. Um, I think my shirt, wasn't like that. Was this? I don't know. Something happened because I did art. So I think paint poured on my shirt or something like that, and I just had to find cover up. I remember walking around, and I was like, okay, you just buy me time. Went to go and get something to wear, and then I went on stage. When I went on stage, the first person that was performing went to perform, messed up, he was chased. Second person goes to perform, messes up, he was chased because of some sound problems or anything. So I'm at the back, and I'm like, oh, okay, there is a bit of competition here, because I am seeing some people get chased. I'm seeing some people that actually have like plenty potential, like huge potential in their music, performing and everything. So as I'm looking at this thing, I'm at the back, because we were like waiting, the next person. And then it's now my turn. So the prefect tells me that, oh, you boy, come. So it's after this guy is going to be your turn, you have to get ready. And I was very nervous. As I'm getting ready, the sound engineer tells me that, okay, so we're going to give you this mic, but when you go on the stage with this mic, don't go close to it because we're having some sound problems. So that's it. It might go off. So me, I was like, oh, okay. I go to the front. Um, the instrumental starts playing for Under the Influence, and the crowd is going crazy already because they already know the song. And I think at that time the song was trending, like very much. So I go on the stage, start singing. In the first four lines, people are already falling in love with the song. They're singing along, they're giving me hype and everything. As I reach like the sixth line, I also, like, you see, as they were screaming, it was becoming more and more loud. So I wanted to be like heard clearly. So as I go in front, the mic cuts off. The thing does that squeaky sound, and everybody just starts laughing. They pop out and they start laughing. So everybody starts laughing, and they're like, oh, no, give him another chance, give him another chance. Mind you, there are judges that are actually there, because remember I said that now we're going to perform this in front of like the actual school. And what will happen is that they'll give them, there's a seat of actual judges that happen to be like the top teachers in the school. They are going to judge you. If you are going to pass, you are going to perform on the actual day. That is the main event for the SRC. So after that, it cuts. Then they're like, oh, no. It's just a sound problem. Let him sing. So I continue singing. And then when I'm done singing, the whole crowd goes crazy. Like, I'm talking crazy. Everybody is just clapping, shouting, and all that, just giving me hype. And some are laughing because of the squeaky incident. So now it's time for the judges to pick. Because of that sound, I was a bit disappointed. I just had to tell them to like cut the song. I couldn't actually, let me just say, I couldn't actually complete the song. So I told them to cut the song, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. Plenty people go crazy, start laughing, start clapping, giving me hype and everything. And then now it's time for the judges to um, pick who's going to perform. So they picked this certain guy. Then it was me and some other guy. And then they were like, okay, I managed to move the crowd. That was very fine. They liked the way I managed to move the crowd. But for the sake that the mic cut and I was like still trying to sing, they can't put me on the last day. So that thing was, I can say, that was that was the most embarrassing like time that I had in Oasis. It's nothing too crazy, but it was the most embarrassing. So anyway, fast forward. Yo boy, you had to leave. I'm almost there. Um, so fast forward, the that's what actually gave me um a bit of popularity in the school. Like I said, I wasn't mainly known for dancing in the school, unless like you know me actually, like you're a close friend that you know that actually I dance. I was a multi-talented person. I am a multi-talented person. So fast forward, you know, I'm done with this thing. The thing that made like intrigued me, like shocked me the most was every time that I'm going out, like I walk out of the school, people will be like singing a song to me. They'll be like, "Yo," they nicknamed me Bleo Breezy that because of the singing thing. So I'm just walking out. Then they'll be like, "Yo, yo, 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 Chris Brown, Chris Brown." Then I'm like, man, I'm not Chris Brown, anything. No. I'm just a fan. Like people are fan of Michael Jackson, people are fan of Prince, people are fans of different musicians. So Chris Brown to me at that time was like a role model. So yeah, I was part of the people that liked his music a lot in high school. So as I was walking, and this guy taps me on my shoulder and he's like, "Yo, yo, 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 listen, listen, listen." Then he starts singing for me, and I'm like, okay, okay. Now they made me a judge like the whole school. Everywhere that I go, everywhere that I turn, somebody will be like, "Yo, yo, 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 isn't that the guy that was performing that song?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yo, listen, 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 listen. Um, so how was it? Then I'm like, "Oh, it's okay." Then, oh, okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't mind them. Don't mind what some people are saying. You actually did it. You actually did it, and that was it, bruh. So if you actually enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment. Sorry that it had to be cut short. We had things we are supposed to do. Um, be sure to join the family by subscribing. It will not cost you anything. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to let us know. Okay? Yeah. So thanks for watching the first episode of this conversation stream with your boy NeezyPrince official. That's me, and your boy Damien that had to go because of he had to run some errands. Check you out on the next video. Thanks for watching. If you have watched this far, and peace.